After the type is cast, we have to break off the waste, the jet. This is not a difficult job, and often it was assigned to boys. You should be able to break about 2,000 of these in an hour, which is half of a day's production for a good caster. These types have sharp edges because of tiny little fins. Those little fins will have to be rubbed off in a minute. Of course, all this material is recyclable. You can melt it. Nothing wasted. I'm rubbing the type now. As the types come from the mold, they have rough edges. That's unavoidable. And these have to be removed. You place the fingers evenly on the type, the tail of the type, the foot of the type away from you. And you rub with a firm and even pressure. This is setting up. Again, it's a very repetitive job. But after the types are rubbed smooth on the sides, they still have to be smoothed on the other two surfaces. And this is done in these sticks. The types have been smoothed on their broad sides. Now we're going to smooth the narrower edges. We do these all together to ensure accuracy. And this is done by just scraping the type smooth. And when all the little burrs have been removed, we're ready to turn this over. And we do that with another setting stick. Just roll them over and turn it around. Make sure we don't pie the type. This finishes the narrow sides of the type, so it's been smoothed all the way around. And now we have to trim the feet, because the feet have that broken spot where the jet was removed. It's time to trim the feet of the type, and I brought in my dressing bench here, my dressing block, with a big wedge for clamping it, and this is the dressing rod. The dressing rod is made of 2 halves, and we're going to rest the type upon the lip of this section. So we place the types into the dressing rod and handle the whole row at one motion. Now we're going to place the other half of the rod against the types. We're ready for trimming. And this is a primitive form that was used for hundreds of years. Very noisy. Now these types are clamped firmly. We take a plow. The plow is made up of a wooden block, a wedge, and a blade. So the plow with a cutter here is placed over the type, and a very light cut is made. And that type is done now.